exams, right? So let us start with this, and today we will discuss 25 questions. 25 questions will be discussed in total, and for those who have not subscribed our channel till now, should go on to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that they will get the information about these videos, and whenever we will be live for the discussion. New Amendment Bill 2000. So the competition which looks after that any the concealed sale or purchase or such kind of transaction should not go on wherever there is the competition is being jeopardized. The man is at a losing end. They are being not fairest, but they have to pay more amount of money than they would have paid if there would have been a fair competition in the market. So to regulate the market, the Competition Commission of India was established. So first statement says that it is mandatory to notify the Competition Commission of India of any transaction with a deal value in excess of 2000 crores. So here, if two parties are indulging in any of the transaction, that is, so here if two parties are indulging in any of the transaction that is having the value of more than 2000 crores, or either of the party is having a substantial business establishment within India, then they have to notify the Competition Commission of India. Otherwise, for the lower value transactions, the Competition Commission of India keeps the watch on such kind of transactions by its own. So, Moto Watchdog Competition Commission of India keeps the watch on such kind of transactions by its own. So, Moto watchdog activity is going on by the Competition Commission of India, right? So the first statement is a correct statement. Next is appointment of the Director General by the Competition Commission of India rather than the central government. So go on to write the answer in the comment section, because it is very important, so as to practice, do the mental exercise for such kind of questions. It will help you out to be able to answer such kind of questions and remember the answers of such kind of questions, so that you will fetch good marks in the exams, right? I am watching the comments in my mobile, and if you will go on to answer, then I will do the according comments and give the according reply over here, right? So the come to the second statement. Here it says that the appointment of the Directorate General. So basically, in most of the cases, what happens, any of the committee or the commission and the other things, most of the time you will find that the government of India is authorized to appoint the chairperson, the Director General, or such kind of higher level officials. But here, the government of India does not appoint the Director General of Competition Commission of India, but the Director General of is or no influence on its activities by the government of India. So to ensure its independence, this provision was there, so that the appointment of the Director General of the Competition Commission of India will be done by the Competition Commission of India itself, right? So here, as both the statements are correct, so the answer will be option C for answer 1, question 1. I'm saying answer 1. So that is the answer. Now go on to read the second question, that is consider the following statements regarding the prisons or the persons detained there in India. So prison is a very big issue within India, because there are too much of detainees. We always see that many of the people are under trial, and they are there in the prison. They are there in the prison while during the course of their case adjudication that is being heard in the court of law. While during the course of their case adjudication that is being heard in the court of law. So time and again the issue is being raised that the capacity of the prison should be increased, the facilities in the rights in the prison should be looked after, it should be increased. So such kind of issues is always there in the news. However, here the first statement says that the prison is a union subject, but the administration and the management of the prison is the responsibility of respective state government. So, in your opinion, what should be the answer for this statement? Whether it is correct or whether it is incorrect? Here, if we go on to look at the seventh schedule, okay, many of you are thinking that the whatever I am writing, that is not quite visible. So let me change the color of the ink, so now it will be visible for you all. So if we go on to look at the seventh schedule of the constitution, then you will find that the prison is the state subject and there is no interference by the union in the case of the prison, right? And that is why the statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect statement. It is not a correct statement. If you go on to look at the national average, that it is way ahead of 100%. If you will go on to see the prison occupancy rate in Uttar Pradesh, then in UP, it is Uttar Pradesh, it is 177%. Likewise, many other states are there. If you go on to look at Sikkim, then it is 174%. If you go on to look in Uttarakhand, then it is 169%. So many of the states are having the occupancy rate above 100, and that is why the national average also goes above 100, right? That is 118%. So if we go on to answer the question, then the question number 2 will have the answer, that is B. That is only second statement is correct. Now read the third question. Go on to read the third question. So here again it is related to the recent news, that is the Aditya L1 mission. Aditya L1 mission, one of the pride occasion for the Indians, for India itself, occasion for the Indians, for India itself, for ISRO, everybody who is for ISRO, everybody who is having some respect or any kind of respect for India, then definitely they will have the having some respect or any kind of respect for India, then definitely they will have the respect for the proud for this Aditya L1 mission, and those who are having the great respect, then they will cherish this opportunity to praise India and ISRO, right? So here Aditya L1 mission, consider the following statement related to it. The first statement says that it will be India's second space based astronomical mission after AstroSat. First statement says that, and here it is a correct statement. This is the second space mission of ISRO after AstroSat. AstroSat was launched in 2015 to do the astronomical study in the outer space, and this time the Aditya L1 mission has been launched to do the space astronomical study in the space, that will be focusing on the study of the solar corona and the various other activities. And we have already made a video on this, that what kind of payload are there on this Aditya L1 mission. You can go to the playlist of the analysis of our channel and you will find the video for this Aditya L1 mission, what is Lagrange and every kind of other information has been discussed over there. Next statement says that it will be launched using the an indigenous rocket which has been used to launch this. It's Aditya L1. Next is the primary payload on the board is visible line emission chronographer. So again, this is a statement that is correct statement. The primary objective of the Aditya L1 mission is to study the outermost surface of the sun, that is the corona of the sun, which is having the temperature of around 1 million degrees Celsius, 10 lakh degrees Celsius. This is the temperature of the outer surface, or that is the invisible surface, that is not glowing, but that is having a temperature, huge temperature of that of the tune of 1 million degrees Celsius. So all the three statements are correct. So here the answer for question number 3 will be option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now go on to look at the fourth question. Again it is a 3, will be option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now go on to look at the fourth question. Again it is an important question. So here you will find various questions that are related to the current affairs. I am time and again saying that consider the following statements. So here the first statement is a free trade agreement, like the negotiation for the free trade agreement with Britain, with UK. Is a free trade agreement, like the negotiation for the free trade agreement with Britain, with UK, is going on right now, and the negotiation is taking place between the economic finance ministry and the foreign affairs minister, the negotiator of India and their counterparts in UK. So there are various things that are discussed in a free trade agreement. So here it says that a free trade agreement is an agreement in which two or more countries agree to provide the preferential trade terms, tariff concessions, etc. to their partner countries. So here that may be between two countries, like it is being negotiated between India and UK. It is in existence between India and Sri Lanka, as well as two or more countries may be there, like it is in existence between India and ASEAN countries. Free trade agreement is already in existence between them. So here many countries, many groups, many countries are in free trade agreement with India. So the first statement in this term is correct, that it is a preferential trade terms between two countries or more than two countries or the partner countries, right? Now, the second question says that a positive list is maintained, that is the list of the products to which the two partners have agreed to provide preferential access. So this is not a correct statement. There is no term that is positive list in the free trade agreement. Positive list is used in terms of preferential trade agreement, that in what kind of products, goods or services we are going to give preference to you. While in the free trade agreements, only the negative list is prepared. Negative list is the list of the products and services that is maintained by the negotiating countries on which the terms of the FTA are not applicable, right? So the third statement is correct. Here the negative list will be there, in which the preferential treatment will not be given with respect to such kind of goods and services which are mentioned in the negative list. But there is no concept of the positive list in the free trade agreement. Concept of positive list exists only in the preferential trade agreement, not the free trade agreement, right? In the free trade agreement, you will get only the negative list concept. So here 1 and 3 are the statements which are correct with respect to question number 4. So the answer will be option B, that is 1 and 3. Now again come to the next question, that is question number 5. The comments, there are no comments. Want to comment like, so that you will practice the question with the video itself, right? Question number 5, it says that consider the following statement regarding the India-China border dispute. So the India-China border dispute is a long-standing dispute, and if you want to talk about China, then in fact China is having the border dispute with all the countries with which it shares the border, right? If you will say that China does not have the border dispute with Pakistan, So here you should know that China does not share the border with Pakistan. It shares the border with Pakistan occupied Kashmir, that is part of India, not the part of Pakistan. So you should know that only with Pakistan there is no border dispute of China. That is because logically there is no border, factually there is no border, legally there is no border of China with Pakistan, right? So here it says that the boundary line at the LAC is called McMahon line in the eastern sector. So this is correct. The boundary line that exists in the eastern sector between India and China, that is in Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, that is known as McMahon line, and the total length of McMahon line is 11 kilometers. That is the border from the tri-junction of China and Bhutan to India, China and Myanmar. India, China and Bhutan to, and this line is called as McMahon was drawn. The McMahon line was proposed during the Simla Accord in 1914, and this accord was signed between British Indian government, British Indian government and Tibet government. So at that very time, there was nothing like China. So the Tibet was an independent state, independent nation state, and the terms of the border dispute, the terms of demarcation of the border was signed at Simla Accord in Simla in 1914 between the government of Tibet and British Indian government. And that is why China always go on to dispute that Tibet was having no right. Tibetan government was having no right to sign such kind. Tibetan government was having no right to sign such kind of accord, and that is why they consider the McMahon line as an illegal boundary, and for that matter they go on to say that we does not recognize this line, McMahon line, as the legal border between India and China, and that is why they go on to claim Arunachal Pradesh, because at the time of this Simla agreement, what had happened, some of the parts of Tibet was at the time of this Simla agreement, what had happened, some of the parts of Tibet was seceded by Tibet to the British Indian government, and in that some part of the Arunachal Pradesh was definitely there. But that was the agreement, that was the legal document, and everybody should recognize that. But because at that very time in 1914, there was nothing like China. So how could the Chinese, the Communist Party of China, can say that we do not recognize? So we can also say that at 1914, Chinese Party, Communist Party of China was not in existence. So we do not recognize you. Who the hell are you to not recognize the McMahon line? Because at that very time, the Tibetan government was in existence. British Indian government was in existence. So they had all the power, all the legality to sign such kind of agreement. But they go on to say that we don't recognize. Who the hell are you to not recognize? Right. So this is again a correct statement. Second statement is again a correct statement. Bring this down. It is disturbing a bit. And the third statement says that during the Sino-Indian War in 1962, Tawang fell under the Chinese control, but India gained it back with the help of Russia. So this is a wrong statement. There was no intervention or no action that was taken by the Russian army or the Russian forces on land. There all the presence and all the practices and all the exercise, all the interference, all the help for India was only in the naval power, was only in the oceans, and on land there was no intervention by Russia against China. So for that matter, this is a wrong statement. And after the fall of Tawang in the hands of Chinese, after the end of war, the Chinese themselves had withdrawn from there, from the Tawang region in Arunachal Pradesh. So third statement is wrong. So the answer for question number 5 over here becomes option B, that is 1 and 2 only. Right, now come to the question number 6. Go on to read the sixth question. So here the sixth question is about that of OIC. Time and again you will find this Organization of Islamic Countries is in news. So it was made for the solidarity and the cooperation and the other things to forward the voice of the Muslim world. So basically it is an organization of Muslim nations, right? So it says that as of, and some information about OIC. So it was founded in Morocco, right? Its was foundation was done in Morocco in 1969. In 1969, basically what after the abolition of Jerusalem, basically the in Rabat in Morocco, in Rabat in Morocco, this OIC was founded by the Islamic world to bring about solidarity, cooperation, and coordination within the Muslim world, right? Within the Muslim world, right? So here it says that the first statement says that as of 2002 it has 57 member states. This is a correct statement. 57 member states. This is a correct statement. There are in total 57 member states of the OIC. Next says that India has an observer status in the OIC. This is a wrong statement, although many of the Islamic members of the has an observer status in the OIC. This is a wrong statement, although many of the Islamic members of the Islamic Organization of Islamic Cooperation are saying that around 25 crores of the Muslims are living in India, so the observer state should be given to India. However, time and again, Pakistan is the country which is blocking this proposal, and because of that, India is not getting the observer status, even leave about the membership of that Organization of Islamic Cooperation. And basically, as a nation, India has not been declared as a Islamic nation, so definitely they will not give the membership itself. But the observer status is being provided to many of the countries, like Russia is having the observer status in the OIC. So many other countries are there which are having the status of that of observer state in the OIC, but India is not having the observer status even, right? And it is headquartered in Saudi Arabia. Again, it is a correct statement. The headquarter of the OIC is in the Saudi Arabia, right? So Jeddah, Saudi Arabia is the headquarter of that of this Organization of Islamic Countries, right? Cooperation, not countries, cooperation. Time and again, I'm saying the countries. So here the answer will be statement Organization of Islamic Countries, right? Cooperation, not countries, cooperation. Time and again, I'm saying the countries. So here the answer will be statement 1 and option C. This is the correct statement. On to related to FCI, that is the Food Corporation of India, right? So here, what does the statement say? Here it says that it maintains the buffer stock of food grains to ensure the food security during the times of scarcity or the crisis. So definitely it does this work. It is a company, it is a corporation that is owned by the government of India. It was established for this purpose, so that to ensure the proper buffer stock, the proper food security in times of need, like the flood, famine, or such kind of things, so that there should be no scarcity or the deaths or the perishment of the population due to the scarcity of the food grains in India. And here it says that it is also responsible for the distribution of food grains throughout the country for the public distribution system. Definitely it is so. You will find the that of godowns in every district headquarter that exists that is controlled and that is owned by the FCI, by the Food Corporation of India, and they go on to distribute to different PDS systems, PDS establishments, blocks, panchayats, etc. So all the ration establishments, fair price establishments, get the food grains that they have to distribute among the fair price establishments, get the food grains that they have to distribute among the beneficiaries from the FCI itself. This is the work of FCI, right? So here both 1 and 2, both the statements are correct. So the option C will be the answer for question number 7, that is both 1 and 2. Now the next question, that is, consider the following statements regarding the retirement age in India. So here the retirement age is one of the big political issue in many of the states. The retirement age for the state government employees is being increased from 62 to 62, not 62 to 62. It is being said that it will be increased so that the experienced professionals, experienced officials will be there to work for the establishments, right? So what does it says? The retirement age of most of the public sector jobs in India lies around 60 years. So definitely public sectors and even in the private sector also it lies around 58 to 60 years itself, right? If you are not a director to a company, or if you are not the chairman or at a very high ranking official, then definitely you will go on to retire at the age of 60 even in the private sector, right? Next statement says that the global average of the retirement age for the men stands less than 60 years. This is a wrong statement, because in different regions you will find that the retirement age of the men is higher than 60 years. In many countries it is around 66 years, right? In many of the regions you will find like this is 66 years is in the Western Europe, then you will find 64 years in the United States region. So it is higher than 60 years. It is 60 years within India itself. Next statement says what? The union government reduced the retirement age of the reduced in 1990. So here for question number 8 will be option 1, right? So many of the people are watching the video but not going on to comment. So go on to comment in the comment section so that analyze that how much you are liking the video, what kind of interaction do you want from this kind of discussions and the other things, right? Next question is, consider the following statement regarding the draft regulation for setting up and operation of campuses of the foreign higher educational institutions in India. So many of the people, even the government, many of the educationalists and the learned people were of the view that the foreign institutions, foreign universities should be allowed to establish their institutes within India. And for that matter, what was happening? Many of the politicians and even the educationalists and the learned people were demanding that the foreign institutions, universities, etc., should be allowed to establish their institutions within India. For that matter, it has been allowed nowadays. And for that, the statement says that both the full-time program in the offline mode and the distance learning mode programs in online mode will be allowed. So here the statement is wrong, because till now they are allowed only to provide full-time program in offline mode, but not the online mode. Online mode is not allowed till now. So the statement 1 is the wrong statement. Next is, need a node from the education ministry to set up their campus within India. Again, this is a wrong statement, because they need a node from the UGC and not the Education Ministry, right? So University Grants Commission have the authority to give the node to the foreign universities to allow them to establish a campus within India. Next is initial approval will be for 10 years. So this statement is correct. Initially they will be allowed to function within 10 years, and after that their working, their functionality and other things will be analyzed, will be evaluated, and it will also evaluate that the kind of value addition they are doing within India, and thereafter they will be allowed to function further. So here the answer will be option C, that is 3 only for question number 9. Come to the next question, that is question number 10 with reference to the Asian global cat statements. Asian global cat, it is a species of cat, it is a the cat which is having some longer normal, what we say that in the ratio of the body, what happens, the size of the legs of the cats is smaller, but here this golden cat have the legs which is longer in comparison with other species of cats, right? So it says that it is a medium-sized cat that is endemic to India. So this is not endemic to India, but it is endemic to southern China, Thailand, and Myanmar. In the hilly regions of southern China, Thailand, and Myanmar, it is found mainly in these regions, and it is in hilly regions of southern China, Thailand, and Myanmar. It is found mainly in these regions, and it is endemic to these regions, right? So here it says that it is endemic to the state of West Bengal. So this is a wrong statement, and it is classified as endangered under the IUCN red list, right? So it says that it is classified as endangered under IUCN red list. So it is not classified as endangered as in the IUCN red list, and for that matter the answer will be option D, because this cat is found in abundant in these regions in their natural habitat. However, it is not so abundant within India. However, it was recorded, captured in the photograph in the Buksa Tiger Reserve of West Bengal, but it is not so widely found in India, and that is why it is mentioned in Schedule 1 of the Biodiversity Conservation Act of India. So it is Wildlife Conservation Act of India. So it is in the first schedule of that list, but in the IUCN red list, it is not classified as the endangered species, right? So here the answer will be option D, neither 1 nor 2. Plate that was found in this temple, it was found temple was constructed in around 975, right? 975 AD. So it is quite old temple. This is located in Bengal, West Bengal, in South 24 Pargana district, right? So this is the information for this. Temple. So the answer is option D, that is West Bengal. And one more thing, this temple, that is West Bengal. And one more thing, this temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva, right? Lord Shiva. This temple is dedicated to Lord, right? Lord Shiva. This temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva, right? Now come to the next question, that is related to Mughal gardens. Here it says that consider the following statements regarding the features of the Mughal garden. So in art and culture, such kind of question surfaces in the paper time and again. So Manish, what's welcome Manish, and here we go on to find too much of the questions while after such kind of Bharat issue that is surfacing nowadays in India, that many other things are going on. So God knows till what time we will get such kind of questions. However, for the matter of fact, the education should be kept aside from the politics. Although it is the need of the time to know about the current events, but the political controversies are not the current events. For the students, it should be considered as the gossips, and the students should not indulge in gossips, right? They should indulge in gossips शुद्ध विशुद्ध जिसको कहते हैं टाइम पास, राइट, ओनली व्हेन दे आर एट द टी स्टॉल. चाय पे चर्चा करना है, आधे घंटे कीजिए, पूरा फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकालिए, एंड देयर आफ्टर गेट बैक टू वर्क. एंड देयर आफ्टर देयर शुड बी नो इंटरफेरेंस in your mind related to politics, in your mind related to religion and the other kind of things. Thereafter you should stress on the studies only, right? So here design of the Mughal gardens was Persian, namely the Charbagh structure. So definitely Mughal structures are influenced by the Charbagh structure. Here it says that they are constructed in the Charbagh pattern, where you will find that such kind of central crossroads will be there, and thereafter the whole architecture, the whole landscape is divided into the checkered type of structure, where you will find the roads and the fountains, whatever it is. Like if you have visited Taj Mahal, then you will find that what such kind of structure is there. You will go through the central pathway, and you will find that on the right side and the left side there are gardens, there are open space. Thereafter, one more crossroads perpendicular to the central one you will find, and again there will be gardens. So this is the rectangular or the square type of the open space, the gardens alongside the central road that is dividing the whole landscape in the checkered shape, that is the Charbagh structure, right? Next statement says that shape, that is the Charbagh structure, right? Next statement says that these gardens are formal in style, symmetrically designed in rectangular the square plots. So as I have discussed with the map, so it is correct statement again. So here the statements are correct. Here the statements are correct. Both the statements are correct, and option is statements are correct, and option is answer C for question number 12, right? Now come to the next question, that is consider the following statements about the aspirational districts program. So aspirational district programs was launched recently in January, right, in 2019. So the first statement says that it was launched in January 2019. The aspirational district programs ADP aims to quickly and effectively transform 110 most underdeveloped districts across the country. So here the whole statement is correct, but the data is wrong, and you may get trapped in such kind of questions. That's why I had encircled this number of the districts that is mentioned over here. Aspirational district programs was not for 110 districts, but 112 districts. And such kind of data mismatch are given by UPSC as well as the state civil services also, so as to trap you in such kind of questions, so that using state basically because the negative marking. However, in the exams in the state PCS where there is no negative marking, will just lose the 2 marks. However, in UPSC 2.66 marks. Next statement, the broad outlines of the program are convergence of the central and the state scheme. Basically, this is the correct part. I'm not talking about the whole statement, but this part of the statement. Next, collaboration of the central, state level nodal officers, district collectors, and competition among the district through the monthly delta ranking. So all the parts of the second district through the monthly delta ranking. So all the parts of the second statement are correct. The ranking of the aspirational districts are done, delta ranking. Here the collaborative and that of cooperative approach is being taken by the central and the state government, because the aspirational districts are being selected in consultation with the state government and the central government, and for the implementation of the plans and the policies, the district collector, definitely he will be the responsible person. He is the supreme responsible person. He is the supreme authority that in his existence in the matter of the executive work within the district. So definitely he will be one of the part of the plan. So the whole statement, that is statement 2, is correct and statement 1 is wrong because of the number of districts. So the answer for question number 13 will be option B, that is 2 only, right? Now come to the next question, that is, consider the following statements with respect to red tide. Red tide, it also comes time and again in the news related to environment and ecology, the coastal pollution issues and the other things, as well as it is being related with the climate change also, right? So here it says that the red tide is a phenomena where certain phytoplankton species containing pigments and the bloom such that the human eye perceive the water to be discolored, right? So again, this is a correct statement. Here the discoloration of the water will be there and the water will appear like the red water, right? So this is a correct statement, right? Now it says that the major factors influencing the red tide event include the cold ocean surface temperature and low salinity. So again, this is a wrong statement because the phenomena of red tide, the phenomena of algal bloom, that is a kind of pollution that occurs in warm temperature current region, right? Basically, this is occurring due and that of rise in the sea surface temperature in the, as well as it occurs in nutrient. One more information, nutrient rich areas. So wherever more of the pollutants, industrial sewage or the municipal sewage, etc., are being drained in the coastal areas or in those rivers which are shortly discharging into the ocean. So in those regions you will find such kind of algal bloom, right? Recently it was witnessed in around the coast of Istanbul, right? So here second statement is wrong statement because here it needs the warm temperature current. Next statement says that red tide is scientifically referred to as harmful algal bloom. Definitely it is a harmful algal bloom, right? So option will be 1 and 3, that is answer will be option C, question number 14. Now next question, go on. Okay, so here a short information about you all. We are doing the giveaway, so go on to subscribe the channel and go on to comment in the comment section below. UPSC and one lucky winner will be provided with the complete booklet of the UPSC study material, and 2 lucky winners that we will select will be provided with the free test series for UPSC 2024, that is complete test series of 28 tests, that is 20 GS and 8 CSET. In 20 GS again there are 12 sectional and 8 full length tests, right? So go on to subscribe the channel and comment in the section below just UPSC, so that we will select the names of those students who want to avail this facility, right? Now question number 15, with which of the following statement is or are correct? So first statement says that Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat was launched on the occasion of 140th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So basically all we know that the work that was done by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was a commendable job in unification of India. He was the person, that is why he is considered as the law Purush also. And on the 148th birth anniversary, definitely this program Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat was launched. And next statement says that the state with the states or the UTs have entered into a wide range of mutual engagement. States and all the states and UTs have engaged in a wide range of mutual engagement to foster the spirit of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. So basically it is the thing that is upholding the unity and integrity of India, cherishing the unity and integrity, the principle that we all are equal, we all are same. So such kind of thing, India, cherishing the unity and integrity, the principle that we all are equal, we all are same. So such kind of things already that is mentioned should some kind of it. So it should be made like a festival also, right? And in most of the cases, aspirations, again, that is a case. And for that matter, again, this kind of things are needed. Like many of the times you say that there is anonymity in South India for North India for South India, Eastern India for Western India. So such kind of things goes on. So to eradicate such kind of feeling, this kind of initiatives are needed, right? So here both the statements are correct and the answer will be option C, that is both 1 and 2 for question number 15. Now come to question number 16, that consider the following statements about sky glow. Like the sky is shining, sky is glowing. So what is it? What is the phenomena? Basically, it says that first statement, it is the brightening. So what is it? What is the phenomena? Basically, it says that first statement, it is the brightening of the night sky caused by artificial lightning, primarily from street lights, buildings, advertising billboards, etc. So this is the correct thing. Basically, this may be also considered as the light pollution, right? This can be considered as the light pollution, because what we do at the night situation, we in that the night time we do what? We in flood the at the night situation, we in that the night time we do what? We in flood the atmosphere, flood the surrounding, flood the environment with the lights that is coming from the street lights, buildings, and the advertisement billboards. And because of this, what will happen when in the clear sky situation, due to this light pollution, what will happen? You will not be in position to view the stars. Even in big cities, this is happening. This is the phenomena that is there, right? So the first statement according to the sky glow phenomena is correct. Next is, it is one of the component of light pollution. Definitely what I am saying is there, right? What I was discussing. So the answer again for question number 16 will be both 1 and 2. That is, both the statements are correct. Sky glow. Read the 17th number question, that is, with reference to doomsday clock recently seen in the news, consider the following statement. So doomsday clock, that is a clock that is there in Chicago, United States, and that was established by the researchers, right? That was established by nuclear scientists, researchers, study the geopolitical situation and the probability of the use of nuclear weapon in any warlike situation tug of war. So here they are just trying to how closer the world is at the how closer the world is at the verge of nuclear war, because the nuclear war, the nuclear weapon is the situation when the doomsday will come definitely. Right. So recently it has been set 90 seconds this year, 90 seconds from midnight time, that is whenever they say that this clock will be set to midnight time, then the doomsday time has come. Night time, then the doomsday time has come. Right. So, right. So it was established in 1940. It was established in 1947. 1947. 1947, and one of the researcher who was part of this was Albert Einstein also, and he was one of the person who was in the project of the development of new atom bomb also in United States, right? So first statement is it is a symbolic timepiece showing how close the world is at the end. Basically, they are predicting that the world will end after the nuclear weapon will be used in war, in any warlike situation, the doomsday will come. Right. So the first statement is correct. Second statement says that the clock was created in 1991. No, it was not created in 1991, but 1947, and it was created after the Second World War and after the use of nuclear weapon in 1947, not after the collapse of USSR. Basically, after the collapse of USSR, the Cold War era ended. So there was no fear of at that recent time that of the nuclear war. For that matter, what was the situation that the people were thinking that there may be some kind of fallout that when the nuclear war may occur, but at present time it is normal like situation. So the people were of the view that right now we don't need to bother about. During the 1991, the people were thinking that the world has got converted to unipolar world, right? So here the option A will be the answer. That is question number 17, option A. Next question says that consider the following state. 17, option A. Next question is question number 8. Molecular cloud. Consider the statements regarding cloud. So here it says that most common. So here it says that most common molecule found is helium. So this is the correct statement, because in the molecular cloud, H2, the hydrogen, is the molecule that is found in abundance, right? Next statement says that these clouds have very high temperature. Again, this is a wrong statement, because these clouds have very low temperature, that is in the range of 10 to 30 Kelvin. That is in fact below 0 degrees Celsius, right? So this is the situation. So here the option will be neither one nor two. So the none of the statement is correct for question number 18. So the answer will be option D, right? Now come to the next question, that is question number 19. With reference to tethered drones, consider the following statements. Tethered drones, that is the drones that are connected with some kind of cable, right? So here it says it consists of a base station on the ground and the drone is connected to the station through a tethered cable. So this is the correct statement. Next says that these drones are prone to frequent technical and the human errors and crash in flight. So this is a wrong statement, because these are connected to the ground station through the cable and they do not go far away. But in India, it is being used for the border surveillance system, right? On the Chinese border in the higher altitudes, so that in the far-flung areas where it is not possible to do the physical patrolling and the other things, so the third drones so are being used so that they will have the constant power supply, constant surveillance system will be established, and basically this drones does not need that much of skill set to be operated. So this second statement is a wrong statement. So the answer will be option A for question number 19, that is only one. Next question says what? With reference to norovirus, consider the following statements. Norovirus. So recently norovirus was in news because two cases of norovirus was found there in Kerala in the children's of class 1, and this norovirus is basically the infection of the intestine, where the indigestion situation, the other problems are there in the students or in the here. What is the situation in this norovirus is known as the winter vomiting bug. So it is a vomiting bug. So it is a correct statement because of the indigestion and the other things, the vomiting like situation occurs. So it is a correct statement. Next is, it is infected through the contaminated water and food. Again, this is a correct statement because the gastrointestinal problems basically occur in most of the cases due to that of the contaminated food and contaminated water. So both the statements are correct. So here question number 20 will have the option C as the correct answer, that is both 1 and 2. Now come to the next question. With reference to the National Institutional Ranking Framework, NRIF, consider the following statement. So basically the NRIF was established to rank the different educational institutions according to their functioning, according to their quality, according to their that of quality of education, quality of students, quality of development, quality of skill set that is being provided to the students within the institution. So here it says that it is a methodology adopted by the Ministry of Education to rank the institutions of the higher education in India. This is a correct statement. Basically, it is ranking the higher educational institutions within India, right? Next statement says, basically, it is ranking the higher educational institutions within India, right? Next statement says that participating in the NRIF is voluntary for all the government-run educational institutions. So this is a wrong statement because before 2018 it was a voluntary thing. After 2018 it has been made mandatory that all the government institutions or the government-run institutions are having to participate in the NRIF. This has been made mandatory after 2018. Before 2018 it was voluntary, right? Now the third statement says that the Indian Institute of Science IISc Bangalore ranked first in NRIF 2022 ranking under the research and the universities category. So the third statement is a correct statement. So the answer for question number 21 will be option C, that is 1 and 3, right? Now come to the next question, that is question number 22. Consider the following statements regarding the measles. Measles is one of the problem that is occurring time and again in the children and the even the adult people, right? So it is a big problem and it is a viral disease. So here it says that measles virus is a single strand RNA virus belonging to Mission Indradhanush is dedicated to vaccination program, vaccination also. So Mission Indradhanush is a program basically for vaccinating the children for 22 life-threatening diseases. 2012 life-threatening diseases. So this is the Mission Indradhanush. The objective of Mission Indradhanush is this: vaccinating the children for 12 life-threatening diseases, so that there should be no problem of occurrence of such kind of life-threatening diseases within the children. And for that matter, Mission Indradhanush is in existence. So both the statement are correct for question number 22, and the option B, C is the correct answer. Next is, consider the following statements about Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, one of the greatest leader, one of the most selfless leader, I'm saying that leader of India, right? So he was one of the greatest freedom fighter of India. Here the statement says that he was highly influenced by Vivekananda's teaching. Here the statement says that he was highly influenced by Vivekananda's teaching and considered himself as the spiritual guru. Consider him as a spiritual guru. So this is a correct statement. He was inspired from the influenced by the teachings of Vivekananda and his philosophies. However, who was the political guru of Subhash Chandra Bose? Go on to comment in the comment section below, and at the end of this video I will tell you the answer. So here he stood for unqualified Swaraj, independence, and opposed the Motilal Nehru's report, which spoke for the dominion status for India. So this is a correct statement, and the first statement is also a correct statement. After the declaration of Purn Swaraj in 1929 at Lahore session at the bank of Ravi River, Subhash Chandra Bose was not at any cost in mood to have the dominion status. Even before that, at the time of report of Motilal Nehru that was presented by him, both Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru had declared that the Purn Swaraj, the complete independence, should be our goal, not the dominion status. Although Motilal Nehru was of the view that we should go on for the stepwise or phased-wise transition in the transfer of power. So stepwise demand should be made. But the leaders like Subhash Chandra qualified statements are correct. Option C, that is both 1 and 2. Question number 24. With reference to the National Voters Day, consider the following statement. So it is celebrated to mark the foundation day of the election commission. We vote for sure. And nowadays, even the drive for the updation of the voters list is going on. So everybody who is above the 18 years of age, or those who are going to complete 18 years of age at 1st of January 2024 should go on to register themselves as the voter, right? Even they can apply. So both the statements are correct, and here the answer will be option C, that is both 1 and 2 for question number 24. Question number 25. Consider the following statements regarding Jallikattu. Jallikattu is a bull taming sports of Tamil Nadu. So this is a correct statement. It is considered as a sport which has important role in preserving and promoting the culture of breeding native bull breeds and ensuring their survival. So again, this is a correct statement. Next is option 3, statement 3, that is, in Nagraj case, the Supreme Court has banned the use of bulls for Jallikattu events in the state. So again, this is a correct statement. So the option D is the correct answer. That is 1, 2, and 3. All the statements are correct. And in the previous question, I had asked that who was the political leader, political mentor of that of Subhash Chandra Bose, right? S.C. Bose. So here, C.R. Das, Chitranjan Das. C.R. Das was the political mentor, political of Subhash Chandra Bose. Question of 25 questions of set 2, and those who have channel, please go on to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notified kind of videos. And you can also get the free study material resources and the tests and the other things on our app as well as our website. The links for both are provided in the description box below, and those who want to purchase the study material for UPSC civil services in Hindi medium or English medium or for Jharkhand Public Service Commission can also purchase them from our website app, or you can also directly contact us from the contact details provided in the description box below. So here we finish off. Join us for the next discussion and for other informative videos. whenever we come live. Here we finish off. Thank you very much and have a nice day.